Clarence Poole from Poole. I have attended all my life. I always thought MapleView was a good church to raise my family and always appreciated the ministry. My prayer for MapleView would be to remain faithful and not lose sight of what God has called you to do.
Well, I'm Harold Erb, not a third line Erb. Actually, I've been attending MapleView all my life, except for several years when we were first married in 1955. We attended Castle Mennonite Church, Violet Mays, home church. But when the children began attending Sunday school and had friends at MapleView, we again began attending at MapleView. You'll have to forgive a little bit of my rambling and this here. But during recent years, a memory from my early years at MapleView seems to become instilled in my mind. While sitting with my dad, I recall at the end of the service, especially at the end of Ardnungskme, translated preparatory service. The preparatory service prior to communion, the older gentlemen sitting in the amen benches would give testimony to what had been said. In this testimony, a standard phrase was commonly used, going something like this, and I quote, "I want to have or show Geduld." And that is my German pronunciation. They want to show Geduld with what has been said. And Geduld translated literally is patience. But in the German, and again my understanding, it has a much deeper meaning, a bigger impact than the word patience does. In German, it includes acceptance, cooperation, and forbearance. In the one word, I used to wonder about this. This is a phrase these old gentlemen had memorized, and they just said this. But during the years, I have come to realize that it was a spirit there, and that there was a will there, even though they in a sense admitted they're not always hitting this, but there was a will there to cooperate, to show forbearance, and all this with the congregation. And thinking of that, I've thought over the years that these older gentlemen in the 1930s wanted to foster a spirit of Geduld at MapleView, of forbearance, cooperation, and all that. And although maybe didn't always hit that target, or didn't always hit the target, the aim was there, and that is what has impressed me. And that one is what my aim wants to be too. That although I don't always hit the target, I'm aiming for it. That is what I'd like to share about how MapleView has impressed me. My prayer for MapleView actually is Isaiah 43, verses 5 to 7. And with that, look it up yourself, read it, ponder it. And since we've built the new building, during the normal times, I've looked around and I see empty seats. So it is my prayer that God's people, those who proclaim faith in Jesus Christ, will be brought from the east, from the west, from the north, from the south, and fill MapleView. That is my prayer for MapleView.